I'm SarahMeek, and I'm an agribusiness major, and we're going to be making our own farm-to-school garden. So what you all are supposed to take away from this is learn what a farm-to-school program is, and then know how to properly plant and care for a turnip. Have any of y'all heard of what a farm-to-school, heard of farm-to-school programs? There are local gardens or farms that provide fresh fruits and vegetables to local schools, and the garden is either directly at the school, where the students and the teachers are the main caretakers, or it's at a local farm where the farmer mainly takes care of it, but the children are still able to take field trips and have a part in the growing process and are able to see how that works. And some of these farms can provide the meat and milk and eggs along with the fruits and vegetables. And then they started in the late 1990s in just a few schools, and now around 44% of the schools in the U.S. are involved in some way. So why are they important? They provide students with fresh fruits and vegetables, and for some students, lunch at school is the only healthy meal that they have all day because their parents don't have the money to buy the healthy foods for them and they don't have time to prepare it. And then if the students are involved in the growing process, they're going to take pride in this food and be excited about eating it. So the kids are going to go home and tell their parents about everything they're learning, and the parents are going to see how excited they are and want to buy this healthy food for them because they know it's something that they're going to like. And for younger kids, getting them to eat healthy food can be a struggle sometimes. And when the parents buy this local food, it helps the economy as well. So for our garden, we're going to grow turnips, and they can be used for a lot of different things. The leaves can be used in greens, and then the actual bulb of the plant can be used in salads, in soups, and stews. And then when you're planting your seeds, you want them to be about 1 inch apart and 1/4 to 1/2 inch deep. And when the plants are about 3 to 4 inches tall, you want to thin them out to where they're only 2 to 4 inches apart so that the bulb has room to grow underneath the ground. And then they need partial to full sunlight, and you can plant and harvest them in the spring or the fall. And then after they're planted, you'll harvest about 1 to 2 months later. And then once it's harvested, you can keep for about 3 months. So before you plant any garden, you want to do your research. So we're going to use turnips because they're one of the only vegetables you can grow in the fall. And when you're doing your research, you have to consider the time of year, how much sunlight, if you have the space to grow, and then how much care it's going to require. And after you do your research, you'll buy your materials. So we're going to use turnip seeds, the seed starter pots, and these pots you can actually place in the ground. The seed starter soil, water, and then the aluminum foil. And the foil is just to keep the tables clean because there's holes in the bottom of the pot and the soil and water will come out. So preparing your seed. Put the aluminum foil underneath the pot and fill it about 3/4 of the way full with soil. And then place the turnip seed on top of the soil. So after the seed is in the soil, you'll cover it up with the soil, and it only needs about 1/4 to 1/2 inch underneath. Like once the soil's on top of the soil that's already in there, you only need to cover it about 1/4 to 1/2 inch. And then you'll water it until the soil is moist, which isn't a lot because it will come out the bottom, and I had it all over my dorm room. So, and then afterwards, you'll just water it whenever the soil is dry. So, I'll pass out.
pepper's already going. Do you place like each individual seed in different spots, or all of them in one spot?
I mean, I just did one. I don't take a whole thing. And then you all can wrap the aluminum foil like around the pot so that it doesn't come out like that. Gardens are programs that provide students with the resources needed to learn about making healthy food choices and growing their own gardens. And then turnips are a fairly low maintenance plant that only require partial to full sunlight and watering whatever soil is dry. And then to have a successful plant, you need to do your research, gather the right materials, and plant your seeds according to what you found in your research. So these are my resources. Are there any questions?